Good morning. So we're looking today in our tips and how to about warm up. Now, a lot of you might think, really? Warm up? Yes, warm up. Tips and how to. Because a lot of people will next the warm up if they've got a 60-minute easy run. I know we do a lot of thorough warm ups in Track Tuesday, in the coffee run, when we're not socially distanced. But when you're out on your 60-minute, or 90-minute just easy run, are you going out 5-10 minutes in advance and doing a nice warm-up to increase everything and make your run better? Probably not. Why? Because people sometimes don't feel the value or see the value in a warm-up immediately, because they go, I can just go out and get more bang for my buck if I put an extra 10 minutes as opposed to warming up. Firstly, that's incorrect. The quality of the movement that you're going to achieve through a good warm-up and the intensity level and the performance off the back of a good warm-up is it's unrivaled, really. So you're not going to get the quality of the actual session that is desired, well, as quality. Number two, time. So people, especially now COVID's opened back up, people are becoming more and more time poor, and the first thing to go is usually the warm-up, because again, a lack of understanding and a lack of time, or prioritizing it ahead of, say, 5 minutes of easy heart rate zone 2 running. It is so important to your run. So if you're going out on a 65-minute run, it's really important to do, because the 5-10 minutes you spend on it will increase your range of motion. It'll get your body warmed up for the actual exercises that you're doing, so it has to be relevant. Your core temperature rises, your muscles start to fire, your energy systems turn on, so they start delivering energy, so they're happy, and so when you start running, you're starting in a canter. Also, it's a really good time to just drill in form work. So a lot of us don't have time or can't allow 10-15 minutes to work on form, so why not include that in your warm-up, and then you can start to work on better form, which then translates directly to that run you just did, which means that you're more economical and efficient when you're running, or cycling for that matter. So the benefits are huge. The reduced chance of injury, 100%, especially if it's dynamic and you allow your body to warm up properly. Number two, they get the body actually ready for exercise, so when you go into the session, you are primed for that specific session. Number three, it works on your form, so you can spend a little bit of time working on, say, an A skip or a C skip or ankling and stuff, just to work on how well you run as a runner, which is fundamentally important. And if you can spend 5 minutes and get 1% more, faster for less, that's a 100% win. So that's why it's important, that's why people next it. So here's some tips as to why and how you can actually include these warm-ups in effectively. So if you haven't got time, just make time. If you've got a 60-minute or a 90-minute run one day and you're a little bit tight for time, I would always cut down the run and allow for that warm-up. So prioritizing the warm-up as the necessary thing is really important. Number two, so again, if you're tight on time, if you find it boring, if you live in a big high-rise building with an elevator, you can do butt kicks in an elevator. There's nothing, people will look at you strange to start with, but there's no issues with that. You can walk around the block once, or jog around the block once, just to warm up a little bit. And that can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be a massive 20-minute warm-up if it's not that intense a session. Number three, make the drills relevant. So when you're doing dynamic mobility work to activate the working muscles, think about running or whatever exercise you're doing and think about the working muscles. So what's happening? It's usually your hips, knees, ankles. Those joints need waking. So butt kicks, skips, some hip openers, so lunges with some little rotations at the bottom, reverse lunges, all are relevant and help you go in one direction, which is the direction you're going, which is forward. So make your, take a selection of 4 exercises, for example. So I usually do butt kicks, A skip, C skip, and sometimes I like to throw in some lunges or some ankling just to get me ready for it. And that's on a long run, so it's no real stress. I'm just trying to promote better habits, and when I come to run, I'm picking up and applying better form work. So those 4 exercises, 45 seconds, 2 times, 3 times each. Easy, little walk in between, no issues. And make sure you walk around the block or do a little light jog in the flat before you leave. It's simple as that. Just get it done, because honestly, you start drilling that into your running and you'll see the differences. So there's my tips. Just go with that one again. So use your surroundings as a warm-up base. So if you're in a lift, do that. If you've got a block, just walk around it once, be nice and calm. Drills. So do your drills and make sure they're relevant. Number 3, make time for your warm-up.